What's going on, everybody? I'm Screech, and this is a Retrocart rescue episode. So I was on eBay the other day, hunting through there, trying to find games for a good deal, and I stumbled across this one here. This is a listing for Xevious. Now this one jumped out at me right away because I saw all the black Sharpy on it, and I thought this one needs to be rescued. So I did some looking at the listing, and it was up for bid. They wanted $5.90 was where the starting bid was. There was no bids on it yet. I did some looking through the listing, scrolled through it, and noticed that the seller is actually like half an hour from where I live. So they also had the best offer button available. So I took a chance. I clicked that. I offered basically what they were asking for a starting bid. They came back to me a little higher. We met in the middle. And then this copy of Xevious was on its way here to be saved. So we're going to jump back to the service desk, see if I can get the Sharpie off this one because it's on the front. And it's all over the back too. It's on the little stickers. It's on the front label. So we'll see if I can get that off there without doing any damage to the labels. See if I can bring this copy of Xevious back to its glory. All right, so this copy of Xevious has definitely seen some better days. There's a lot of Sharpie on this. It's all down the bottom here. It's in these grippy things, as I like to call them. It's all over the back label here. It's like it's on this back label, on that sticker there. It's on the front sticker here. I don't know who got a hold of a Sharpie on this one, but they definitely had a good time. So I kind of wonder if there's something underneath here that was written that they were scribbling out or something. I'm not sure. So I've got some stuff today we're going to try. We're going to try some rubbing alcohol. What I have here is 99% rubbing alcohol. Now this is from a cosmetics store. So I was lucky enough to get a hold of this and see if that does anything. I've also got the good old WD-40 here. We're going to see if that does anything. If our first steps don't do anything, this is going to be our next step up. Now WD-40 is a lubricant, but it does take stuff like this off. It will take Sharpie off of stuff sometimes. So we'll try this if we need to. This will actually work on liquid paper, I've heard. So if you do have whiteout on something, this is supposed to loosen the bond of that. So we'll see if it works on this. If we have to, I've also got some dry erase Expo markers here. I don't know why that was hard to say. Expo. Some Expo markers. Speaking of Expos, ooh, how's that for a tie-in? I'm going to be attending Edmonton Expo from the sounds of it, and we're going to do a video there. So Edmonton Comic Expo is done by, Fan Expo does that, and it's in Edmonton, Alberta. We're going to check that one out. We're going to go up there and maybe hang out with a buddy and his family for a little bit and check out an expo. So back to the cleaning. So a dry erase marker. Now I'm told that dry erase markers, if you cover the Sharpie with the dry erase marker, you can make it so that it'll loosen that and it'll come off. So we'll try that first. I'm going to start there. And then we're going to move over to the old magic eraser. Now I have taken ink off of cartridges before, not to this volume because I don't know if anyone has ever taken this much ink off of a cartridge because I don't know why it's all on there. What I did find it worked really well with the magic eraser is giving it a good scrub, kind of loosening all that up on it, and then hitting it with some isopropyl alcohol, letting that sit for a couple seconds, and then hitting it with the magic eraser again. So we'll see if that'll work. And yeah, we'll cross our fingers and see how far we get on this. So let's go, I guess. All right, so we're going to use a magic eraser. What I'm going to do... sorry, should I have this already? What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this magic eraser down a bit because I don't need this much magic eraser. I probably do need this much magic eraser, but I don't need this much for my first shot. So I'm going to take a chunk of this off of there. Make it so I don't have quite as much I'm working with. And we will put a little bit of water over here. You know what I'm going to do? TV timeout. We're going to really quickly take this apart because we have the technology, and this way maybe this will be a little easier. I want to worry about that cartridge inside of it. And we're back. All right, so now I've got it apart. I'm going to hit it with some magic eraser like I said I was going to do in the first place. All right, well, we're going to try to stay away from this label. I don't want to get this on there. Just going to scrub this. I'm going to give it the old circular technique here. See if we can loosen this up. Man, it is everywhere. It's definitely working already. Taking some of this off of here. I'm worried about this label. I'm hoping like that doesn't look too crazy. Crazy, everybody laugh. So hopefully I'll be able to get that off with just rubbing alcohol. We'll try that right now here. All right, so get that. Ooh, look at that. It's coming off quick and in a hurry. All right, so we're gonna be a little tender here. I'm gonna try to get this label, see if we can get this to go off there. Oh, that feels good. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, come on. Come off there, my little friend. Look at that. Look at that. Just in here, this could be a problem. But look at that. Got it off the label. We had a little bit of bleed happening here, but that should dry out. We'll push a little bit of it out with Q-tip if we can. In there is going to be a pain to get that ink out of there, but we'll one battle at a time, we'll say. All right, so now that that has dried off, basically that isopropyl alcohol, all it did there was flash off. So we'll try it with this again, see if we can get some more of that to come off. Now, my theory behind letting this flash off of here is I think that might allow it the time it needs to break the bonds a little bit and kind of lift. I think. I don't know. It's my theory anyways. Really. A lot of cool things were invented on theories. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, well, who knows? Maybe I am. I'm going to give her a little bit more here. It's another liberal coating of the old isopropyl alcohol. And I'm going to do the toothbrush method here. Scrub. Try to work that in. Because this is all like a textured surface. Like the cartridges are textured surface, right? So a lot of this ink ends up down in those little teeny tiny textures in the cartridge. So if I can get alcohol down into those, maybe it'll help break that stuff up. Honestly, this is working really well so far. I was kind of worried that there was going to be too much ink on this one to really save it. So, all right, but this seems to be working well. We're not getting how to get too industrialist with this. All right, hit her again. The other thing about this is now that this is clean, I have to clean the rest of the plastic or else you're going to see it because the rest of the plastic also has 30 years of goo and grime in that texture, but you can't see it because it's not Sharpy. But look at that. Look at how far we've come so far. Oh. So it is doable to fix this, to clean this stuff up and make it back to how it really was before anyone got a hold of a Sharpie and hung out around it. All right, I want to get this back started a little bit too. We're going to put some alcohol on this and let it really soak. Let it try to break those bonds. We'll let that sit for a minute or two. We'll come back to that. All right, so this side here, that is thick. That is really thick. So I think we're going to use the other bit of magic eraser I have here. All right, magic eraser. So on this back label, because this is going to be, I've definitely seen rubbing alcohol take the wording off of this back label. So let's try. There's already ink on this one, so let's try. Let's try this Expo marker back here. And you know what? Let's get crazy. Crazy. Let's do this. Let's see if this does anything. Will that dry? Put that off there. I don't really want that in that label. Alright, so let's see if this will take that off. Yeah, it definitely did something. Look at that. I would say it took some of that off of there. So if it's on your label, it's probably a good. So that's good to know. Let's see if this did anything here. Not so much, and I think it's because it's textured. That might be part of it. So we got a little bit on this back tag still. So very gingerly. Gonna give this, I just gave this Q-tip just the tip of it. Just a little bit. Thank God they didn't get on the label any more than they already did. All right, well that worked. That worked fairly well, actually. Look at that. Now, it's the rest of it. All right, so we'll let that sit for a momento. We'll hit this and see if this comes off at all. See what this does for us. Well, I think it might have done a little bit. It might have done something. It did really what I was looking for, but it's okay. We have the technology, and we have some patience. Not like I'm not like a doctor. I don't have like that type of patience, but like, you know, I'm patient. I can be a patient person. We're getting there. We're getting there for sure. All right, so look at that. We're doing pretty good here. We're really getting there. I think that backside might be a little bit of a pain, but we'll see. I'm actually going to hit this one again. Another coating of rubbing alcohol, let that sit in there. it soak into that ink. Just come off easy. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Look at that. Man, the non-textured areas are easy to do. These little grooves are going to be a pain in the butt cheeks, though. There was so much Sharpie on this. Like, they used a whole Sharpie up. I swear, they used a whole Sharpie up on this. But we've really come a long way from that starting point, hey? I mean, it's taken a bit. It's taken some scrubbing. For sure, it's taken some scrubbing. This bitch here scrubbed out. I'm getting worried about that spot now. I'm gonna let that dry. We're gonna let that dry because you can see the bleeding happening. We're gonna let that dry. Let it dry really good actually before we touch that again. So we're gonna work on this back side. So we're gonna go hyperspeed for this one. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for a little bit, and we're going to just finish tidying this front one up a bit. We're really right there on the front. There's not much left on it. I don't want to get too crazy up around the sticker because it's definitely starting to see a little bit of the bleed happening. I just got a dentist tool, just a dentist pick here. I'm going to try to scrape that out of there. Oh yeah, that works. Don't want to scrape too hard. I'm not putting any pressure on it. Just gently rubbing that along there, letting it break that ink up out of there. I'm going to try maybe doing that in here. Oh, carefully, carefully. So, see if that did anything for us. Hit her with some more alcohol. Oh yeah, that cleaned those edges up, I think. Oh, I didn't think we did. Not too bad, eh? Look at that. That's that. Let's give this a quick little wipe here. That is front and the back. Xevious cleaned up. I'm probably not even saying that right. I think I am. But, so yeah, I'm gonna clean these pins up real quick, and then we'll put it back together. First things first, I'm gonna hit it with some Bright Boy. Just gonna clean it with some Bright Boy, just a metal polisher. Just get that scrubbed up. A little bit of alcohol now. Get rid of all that, any Bright Boy left on there. Looks pretty good to me. Backside with some Bright Boy. Alright, so that is cleaned. Pins are cleaned, nothing wrong on the inside. Everything looks good on the inside of this cartridge. The outside looks phenomenal from where it started. Let's put it back together. Alright, so how's that look? That is all cleaned up. It's all shined up. Look at that. Look how nice that looks compared to where we started. Like, you probably wouldn't even know. So, that is Xevious. Got it cleaned up. So, I'll throw it in the system and make sure it works here. I'll show you a little bit of game footage of it real quick. But that was it. We got it all cleaned up. We got all of that Sharpy off of there. There's a little bit in there. We'll get a knock out of there. But look at that. You can save these games. We can rescue these games that have Sharpie on them, that have stickers on them, that have whiteout on them. We can try to rescue them. As long as the label's not already damaged, we can really do our best to make it so we don't further damage the label. So, I hope you like what you saw. If you did, you know what to do. Down in the bottom, do all the things. And, yeah. Tune in next time if you enjoyed my rescue video. So yeah, this has been Retrocart Rescue. We will see you later. Bye. Bye.